Al-Qur'an, Chapter 30. Alif, Lam, Mim. The Romans were defeated in the nearby lands, and after their defeat they will prevail in a few years. The matter belongs to God before and after, and on that day the believers will rejoice with the help of God. He helps whomever He wills, and He is the mighty, the most merciful. God's promise, God does not break His promise, but most people do not know. They know what is apparent from the life of this world, but they are heedless of the hereafter. Have they not considered within themselves that God did not create the heavens and the earth and all that is between them, except with the truth and for an appointed term, and that many people are disbelievers in meeting their Lord? Did they not travel through the earth and see what was the end of those before them? They were stronger than them in power, and they cultivated the earth and inhabited it better than they inhabited. And their messengers came to them with clear proofs. It was not God who wronged them, but they wronged themselves. Then the end of those who did wrong was worse, if they denied the verses of God and mocked them. God begins creation, then He repeats it, and then to Him you will be returned. And on the day the hour comes, the criminals will be in despair. And they had no intercessors among their partners, and they will be disbelievers in their partners. And on the day the hour comes, that is when they will disperse. As for those who believe and do righteous deeds, they will be in a garden of redemption. As for those who disbelieve and deny our signs and the meeting with the hereafter, they will be brought to the torment. Glory be to God when you feel and when you wake up. To Him belongs praise in the heavens and the earth, and in the evening and when you are outside. The living comes out of the dead, and the dead comes out of the living, and He revives the earth after its death, and so do you come forth. Among His signs is that He created you from dust, and then, behold, you were human beings spreading around. Among His signs is that He created for you mates from among yourselves, that you may find tranquility in them, and He placed between you affection and mercy. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who reflect. Among His signs is the creation of the heavens and the earth, and the differences in your tongues and colors. Indeed, in that are signs for the worlds. Among His signs are your sleep by night and day, and your seeking of His bounty. Indeed, in that are signs for a people who listen. Among His signs is that He shows you the lightning for fear and hope, and sends down water from the sky, and revives the earth therewith after its death. Indeed, in that are signs for people who understand. And among His signs is that the heavens and the earth stand at His command. Then, when He calls you with a call from the earth, behold, you emerge. And to Him belongs whoever is in the heavens and the earth. Everyone follows His law. It is He who initiates creation and then repeats it, and it is easy for Him, and to Him is the highest example in the heavens and the earth, and He is the mighty, the wise. He gave you an example of yourselves. Do you share what we have provided for you with those whom your right hand possesses, so that in it you are alike? Do you respect them as you respect yourselves? Thus we detail the signs for a people who understand. Rather, those who wronged followed their own desires without knowledge. So who can guide those whom God will lead astray, and they will have no helpers? So set your face towards upright religion. God's nature is the same. On that He created people. There is no altering of God's creation. That is the upright religion, but most people do not know. Turn to Him and fear Him, and establish prayer, and do not be of the ones who associate partners with God. Of those who divided their religion and became sects, each party rejoiced in what they had. And when harm befalls people, they call upon their Lord, turning to Him. Then, when He makes them taste mercy from Him, behold, a group of them associates others with their Lord. Let them disbelieve in what we have given them, so enjoy it and you will know. Or Have we sent down upon them authority so that he speaks of what they associate with him? And when he give people a taste of mercy, they rejoice in it, and if evil befalls them because of what their hands have put forward, then they despair. Have they not seen that God extends sustenance to whomever he wills and decrees it? In that are signs for people who believe. So, give the relative his due and the poor and the wayfarer. That is better for those who seek the face of God, and those are the successful. And whatever usury you pay to people to increase your money will not increase in the sight of God, and whatever you give in alms, desiring the face of God, those are the ones who will be doubled. It is God who created you, then provided for you, then will cause you to die, then will give you life. Is there anyone among your partners who does anything of that? Glory be to him most high above what they associate. Corruption has appeared on land and sea because of what people's hands have earned, so that they may taste some of what they have done, thus they may return. Say, travel through the land and see what was the end of those before them, most of whom were associating partners with God. So set your face towards the upright religion before a day comes from which there will be no abolition from God. On that day they will be defeated. Whoever disbelieves, he must disbelieve, and whoever does righteousness, they will prepare for themselves, that he may reward those who believe and do righteous deeds out of his bounty. He does not like disbelievers. And among his signs is that he sends the winds bringing good tidings, and that he may make you taste of his mercy, and that the ships sail by his command, and that you seek of his bounty, and that you may be grateful. We had sent before you messengers to their people, and they brought them clear proofs. So we took revenge on those who committed crimes, and it was due upon us to support the believers. It is God who sends the winds, and he stirs up clouds and spreads them out in the sky as he wills, and makes them a sheet of clouds, and you see rain coming out through them. And when he makes it descend on whomever he wills of his servants, then they rejoice. And before it descended upon them, they were in despair. So look at the traces of God's mercy, how he revives the earth after its death. Indeed, he is the one who revives the dead, and he has power over all things. And if we send a wind and they see it as yellow, they will continue to disbelieve after it. You cannot make the dead hear, and to the deaf you cannot make a call for prayer when they have turned away. You are not the guide of the blind from their misguidance. You can only be heard by those who believe in our verses, for they are exclusively surrendered to God. It is God who made you in weakness, then after weakness gave you strength, then after strength brought weakness and grey hair. He creates whatever he wills, and he is the all-knowing, the all-powerful. And on the day when the hour arises, the criminals will swear that they only stayed for an hour. Thus they were deceived. And those who were given knowledge and faith said, "You have remained in the book of God until the day of resurrection, for this is the day of resurrection, but you did not know." On that day it will not be of use to those who have wronged to be excused, nor will they be asked to seek blame. And we have presented for the people in this Quran every example, and if you brought to them a sign, those who disbelieved would surely say, "You are nothing but false ones." Thus, God seals the hearts of those who do not know. So be patient, for God's promise is true, and let not those who are not certain deceive you.